Thank you for joining the Friend's Eye View. Spoilers, my name is Shaun. I'm with my buddy Jose.
Hello, hello.
So I picked this movie.
Yep.
We didn't always pick any movie at random. I kind of was enticed by it because it had one of my favorite actors in it. I mean, there's a lot of great talent out there. Thousands. Great talents that you know, great talents that you don't know yet. But there's quite a few talents out there. Well, argumentatively, I would say that Denzel Washington is is argumentatively one of the best actors that are out there, you know?
Sure.
And so I saw it, and it also had Rami in it as well.
Yep. Yep.
He's a great actor. So I saw that in the picture, and I'm like, okay, cool. Let's check it out. So it's The Little Things on Netflix, which is actually ironic. But
Yep.
I'm sure it'll be back. So how did you rate it?
I rated it. I rated it a 7. I was leaning more 6.5, but I went ahead and just rated a 7 because based on your rating scale, 7 is you'll watch it again, and I actually did watch it.
I'll pay for it.
Oh, you'll pay for it. Okay.
8,
But
I'll watch it again. 9,
yes,
I will search that bitch out and try to find it because
gotcha.
which is a
Okay.
hard one to get. And we'll probably run into some at some point. We've ran into some already, but it's
So then let me revise my 2 and 8. I'll give it an 8.
gonna give it
The
a
reason why, because I did watch it again, because I watched this movie previously, and since you said
but that's because I suggested it.
no, because I would have watched it again anyway, because if not, I would have said, hey, man, I already watched that movie. Can we watch another one? But no, I would, all right, let's meet in the middle, and I'll do 7.5.
It's your scale. You can say whatever number you want.
Yes, because I really did enjoy it. And the second time around, I picked up on some things that I actually didn't see the first time, which was great. So, but I would watch it again, and yes, I would pay for it.
So for me, I'm giving it 6.5.
Okay.
Now, the reason for this scale is I would not pay to watch this movie. Now, with that, I need to tell you, it wasn't a bad movie. It was
Okay.
a script. It obviously had great actors in it,
Sure.
great actresses, even.
Yes.
But just the whole storyline itself is kind of. So, what I mean by that is that it's kind of like the troubled cop, serial killer
Okay.
storyline, which has been done, and this is a conservative amount, about 1,000 times.
Okay. Okay.
Much as I love Denzel, like I said, I love Denzel,
Okay.
and he's done thousands of movies, probably. I feel that I can name or at least think of a plethora of troubled cop movies he's been in.
Yes, indeed.
And I feel that though he does the role very well, he actually makes it intriguing. That whatever the dialogue is, he makes it sound more amazing than what it is, probably.
Yes, indeed.
Because anything he says in that movie it just sounds important. Like, look, I'm gonna go take a shit. It was like,
Yeah, couple that with the expressions that he gives too. So it's like, yes.
like that's that's life changing thing I've ever heard in my life. There's people like that. Like Al Pacino's another one. Al
Yeah.
Pacino could read off of a menu at a restaurant, and you're like, "Fuck, that's a great dialogue." I need that sandwich.
Yeah, no, he's incredibly good actor. Yes.
There's a lot of them out there. Jack Nicholson, Brad Pitt. I mean, Tom Cruise. you go down the list. There's so many great talents, but it's like just the overall storyline of I'm a troubled cop
Yes.
solving murders to try to, relieve my guilt.
Yeah.
Like just like I said, it's been done a million times over, and it's not much different from other storylines.
No, but this one I thought was done differently, and I enjoyed the fact that
I mean, there were some
uh,
instances, but like I said, it's just the idea. It's just that storyline, you know. Like anytime someone writes about a cop, it's always a troubled cop,
sure,
solves some problem. Usually their conscience. They they have a flaw. What is their flaw? And it's usually like the same type of flaw. And it's just like for me, I can't get excited about, like I said, it's a great movie. Like if it's on Netflix or on Amazon or anything else and you're bored, you're not going to go wrong by watching it.
sure.
What I'm getting at. I just wouldn't, if they were like, hey, this movie is in a movie theater, I'm not going to go, hey, let's go watch a movie. Denzel has a new one spot called The Little Things and go pay actual money to watch it specifically, is what I'm getting at.
Gotcha. I would, but okay, I see your point.
But that, but that, but that's you, Jose.
Yes, I know. I am different.
I like people who push, and like I said, we talked about this before, and I understand
Of
why they
course.
don't. I Because a lot of people ask this question: why are all the movies the same? Why are there really is a valid reason for it, and the valid reason is, because obviously we're producing a movie called The Blood
Sure,
Quantum,
sure.
but the valid reason is that live action movies, especially ones that have Rami and Denzel and any of the the more talented in demand actors and actors,
Sure, sure.
going to come with a hefty price tag.
Yes.
And then once you, so you're going in, and I didn't even look at what the budget was, but I would assume this budget was probably around 100 million.
Yes.
Uh, so let's assume I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these major production companies get investors who make the movies, so pay them the $100 million to do it. The investors want their money back, or else nobody gets any movies. And that's just how this works. If you don't make any money, you don't make movies. You don't
Yeah.
have something. It's how this works. None of us want to lose money. So then, you also got to pay your distributors. You got to pay um, your percentage points on the back end to write
Yep.
actors and actresses. And then you got Uncle Sam who wants his cut. You know,
Most definitely.
for every movie, you got to make 5 times whatever it is just to become successful in it, to
Yeah.
cover all these costs and things. So they don't like to take risks too much because they know what types of storylines have worked in the past. And so they kind of base it off of that. I know we've talked about this before. And so I know that's kind of what they did here, I think.
Yes.
I did like kind of the beginning where um they kind of tuned you into some of the killings a little bit, but they
Of
had
course. Yeah.
hinted to the killings. Like the girl who was running around, even though she got away, but then the other runner girl,
Yeah.
like I said, I find I find that unrealistic. Not that the fact that women run at night, the fact that anyone would want to run by themselves at night, especially as a female.
Yeah.
Not,
No, I mean,
not,
I mean,
no, no, not, this isn't meant to be chauvinistic. This is just meant to be the reality.
Sure.
Like serial killers, if I'm going to snatch somebody up while they're running, when am I going to do it?
Yeah.
To do it in the morning, or I'm going to do it late at night.
Yes.
So,
But she was running with someone. She did run with that gentleman, and he said, "I would run, let me run you home." And she says, "No, I just live a couple of blocks."
yeah,
So, and the neighborhood seems safe, but you have to remember, most people that live in safe neighborhoods or neighborhoods that we consider safe, the element comes from outside, not inside the neighborhood. So she should have taken that into account. So you're right. And that's that's one of my concerns as well too. Why would you at night, or early morning, you know, when the sun is not up,
dark out. Dark.
whether it's early morning or whether it's late at night, the sun wasn't up. Why would you take that risk? Yes, I agree with you on that part.
So then, then the antagonist, the the thing that my challenge with the antagonist was they did a lot of hints that he was the guy who did it
Yes,
with the roast beef and different things.
yes,
He didn't actually, none of them actually had any proof that he did do it. He kind of hinted to it, talked about it, even when Rami kills him by accident.
yes, yes.
He hints to it. He's like, it will continue or it will go on and on.
Yeah, yes,
But at no point did they really, and I know the importance of subtext,
yes,
but you still gotta you still gotta let me know, did he do it? I need to know who do it.
you sit there and sometimes
Because now I think in this particular one, was he just getting a rise out of Rami, which he already had tried to do before?
yes, of course,
Likes to get a rise out of people.
sure,
So when he was kind of teasing them and hinting to the fact that he did it, was it because he's just kind of an asshole and likes to get a rise out of people?
yeah,
Because he got a rise out of them in the fucking police station as well.
yes,
So this is not uncommon territory for him to just talk shit, you know?
sure.
So did he do it? Because up at this point, it was circumstantial. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to be able to prosecute this guy in a court of law by going, uh, the reason why we know that he killed him is because all the victims had roast beef in their stomach and he liked to go into a restaurant that serves roast beef. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
in real life.
Yeah.
Because even a shitty lawyer would be like, objection, circumstantial.
Yes. It was all pointing in his direction. You're absolutely correct.
But at no point did they, during the storyline, even come close to even letting us know that they got the right person. So after Rami kills the dude, puts him in the ground, did the murderer stop? Did they get the right guy?
Yes.
Or was it, you know what I'm saying? So like, because I think in movies you need to have a clear understanding of who the antagonist truly is, why he is.
What I did, I went the other way as well when I saw it the second time was it wasn't so much as whether Jared Leto's character actually did the killings or not. It was more of the fact that Rami Malek's character and Denzel's character were almost the same. So when Denzel shot accidentally killed that lady and they covered it up, now he's put in the same situation as what happened to him previously, and he's trying to help Rami Malek. He never ever forgave himself. Denzel's character never forgave himself for what he did, and he didn't want Rami Malek's character to live with the same guilt that he did. It cost him his job, it cost him his marriage, it cost him his health, and he saw him going down that dark path, and he met his family.
Looks a lot on that
Yeah,
case. He like
yeah,
his
yeah,
whole life on that case.
yeah, yeah. And Rami Malek's character was going down the same dark path. He was losing his wife, he was becoming distant, he was losing his girls, you know. And I think at the end, when Denzel's character gave him that red beret,
Yeah.
even though he bought it himself and sent it like it was actually Jared Leto's character that he found it, and he wanted him to rest easy, you know, he probably never found a red beret in Jared Leto's character's home. So he didn't want him to live with the ghosts. He didn't want him to live and repeat the same mistakes he did. So he mailed them, or he gave him that red beret so he can breathe easier. Because even in his mannerisms, when he saw the red beret and his facial expressions changed a bit too. So he was going to be okay.
Yeah, and I liked his little note where he says,
Yeah.
"No angels."
No angels, exactly. So that's why I stopped thinking about it as did his character really do it or not. But I pretty much chalked it up as we need detectives that are as good as Denzel's character and Rami Malek's character, so that the crimes can go and get solved. And there are no crimes that are unsolved, But at the same time, they're human.
Yeah.
All these murders and all these incidences that they're investigating, it's going to take its toll on them. And sometimes you can't distinguish the fact between your home life and what you do and you encounter when you're at work, So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I definitely like that. There was just some questions that I had,
Yeah.
because I think he did kill all those girls, but I don't have that answer,
Yes.
and I need that answer because when you're writing a screenplay, the storylines need to come to a satisfactory end.
Okay.
So I think Denzel's story went to a satisfactory end.
Sure.
I think Rami's character went to a satisfactory end.
Sure.
I I think that Jared's character still left me with some questions.
You know,
Yes, he's dead. Yes, he's over. End of story. So that's technically the end.
yes.
But for me,
But
I need to know, did he get them a sandwich and then fucking stab them? You know?
yeah, I mean, I see your point.
And
But
was it Arby's? Because I would almost understand if it was Arby's.
the circumstantial evidence.
I like Arby's, but
It, it,
it's like, it's like one of those things. You like Arby's not because it's really good, but just because it's relatively inexpensive and it's so iconic. You're like roast. So did he give him Arby's, and was that the reason that he killed him?
yeah.
Because they didn't like Arby's.
That's another thing that I didn't think was realistic as well. Towards the end, excuse me, towards the end when he did drive with him to that deserted location, I didn't
Like,
think normal situation that wouldn't have happened probably.
yeah. No, you clearly suspect him, and
Yes.
he's the serial killer, which they did a great job of implying
Yes.
all the way through this movie that he is potentially a serial killer.
Sure.
And and I thought he was going to arrest him, and then he just magically lets him get in his car, and then magically Jared waits for him to get in the car.
Yes.
Then they drive out. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't know of any serial killers, okay, that I'm aware of. Okay.
Okay.
Not, none of the people that are closest to me that I know, that I talk to, have led me to believe at any point in their lives they are hiding bodies. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know. But I would assume, just based on what I've seen and human nature and different things, I don't really foresee like Ted Bundy letting letting you sit in the passenger side of his car while he takes you out to just supposedly dig up some bodies that he has.
True.
And I'm trying to add another one to his group of people.
Yes.
Um,
And although I don't think that would have happened normally, but at that time and that point in the movie, Rami Malek's character wasn't all there anymore because he was so sure that it was the person, and he was coming across all these dead ends of how to prove that it was him. How that the lady, the girl saw him at the police station in handcuffs, so that was out, you know. So she couldn't really identify him in a lineup in the pictures because she already saw him.
yeah, which would be thrown out in court.
Exactly. So there's no other way to get him. So I think he actually went with him to see if he was crazy enough to lead him to a body. So I think since he wasn't all there, he wasn't acting the same way that he normally would. And maybe I could see it happening because of his character, but normal people wouldn't go.
Jared's character was toying with him, even that. He's like, oh,
Yes.
finger,
Yes.
hot, cold. That's what I'm like. His character was an asshole and nonchalant about the whole thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Even if they're nonchalant about people dying and whatever, it means that they're a fucked up individual. Doesn't mean that they actually killed them.
Yes.
So it's like for me, I needed to know, did the son of a bitch do it? Because everything that they had was super was speculation,
Yes.
like like would would never make it in any court of law. And I'm not a lawyer, but I know enough about watching them and seeing things and to know that most of what they had was circumstantial. You wouldn't be able to pen first degree murder on somebody
On him. Exactly. Yeah.
because they drove a car that was big enough that they could possibly put a body in,
Sure.
because most of us have cars that are big enough that if we wanted to put a body in,
We
we
could, of course.
matter of fact, trunk space is one of the things that people look for when buying a car.
Exactly.
Is how big of a trunk can I have? You know,
Just in case.
you know, for my luggage for most people, but a body and luggage. So it's like, I don't know, like I felt that it left me with unsolved questions, Jose, and because and like I said, the troubled cop thing, like like I said, I like Rami, I like Denzel, but it's like, come on, Denzel, I've seen you in all these movies. Could you not do another troubled cop movie? Do anything else? Do
But it was a different trouble cop with different circumstances, which made it a different movie,
no,
in my opinion.
it's the same fucking movie.
No, it's not.
See,
Because I don't know if you remember the movie with Denzel when he
I
was a
didn't
kid.
say it was exactly the same. Okay, I'm saying the overall plot, the overall
Or
like the idea. Like, I don't want to watch another trouble cop movie, okay?
Yeah, but troubled cops, that goes
Okay, I want to
there's
see Jose.
their their trouble stems from different things, different scenarios, which makes it okay to do over again if you do that.
What trouble cop movie I want to watch, Jose?
What's that?
Cop losing his shit, going around and fucking people up. Like RoboCop just going crazy. And this kid comes up and goes, "Can I take a picture with you?" And he just starts popping people. That's 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 the movie I want to see, Jose.
No, I thought that the movie came across pretty decent. It was a pretty good, decent movie, and for that, trouble cops, you a situation where the trouble cop stems from the whole lifestyle of how they live. You know?
I'm not saying, shit, Jose. I'm just saying.
Yes, I
But
know.
speaking of that, I did like the fact that I haven't seen all of Rami's movies. Okay,
Okay, sure.
Jared Leto, surprisingly, is a decent actor as well.
Yeah, he plays those characters pretty great.
I liked him in his band, 30 Seconds from Mars.
Yes.
But, like, um, but Rami, like, this was a different role for him. I don't think I've ever seen him in a cop role.
Yeah.
I,
And
I,
they're all Academy Award winners too. So
yeah, no, I've seen him in like, he did the Freddie Mercury thing,
yeah, yes,
where he played Freddie Mercury pretty well.
yep. That's where he got his Oscar from.
And then, obviously he's played like the psycho kid a couple of times.
Well,
The crazy hacker on that one TV show. What was it called?
the not network. Oh man, what's it called? Uh,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
yes, yes, yes. Oh, Mr. Robot.
Yes, Mr.
That
Roll.
one. Yeah.
I thought that was a good. And like he's really kind of a good actor.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear his story? Like,
No.
I guess he has a twin brother.
Ah, okay.
And though Rami says they don't look exactly alike, those motherfuckers look exactly alike. like, like, like identical. Like to the point where you're like, who, who the fuck is Rami? Now
Uh-huh.
he'll tell you that they don't look alike, but I don't care what he says. I wouldn't be able to tell those motherfuckers apart for the life of me.
Wow.
And I guess he was talking about a story where like he was in college or whatever. And I guess he did a swap. No, to help out his brother.
Oh wow.
Nobody fucking knew. Wow. So like now he seems like a pretty level headed person too. And I like that about actors. I like the actors to where like I don't know any of these people personally. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Yeah, of course.
probably go have a drink and bullshit, and I'd probably have the time of my life.
Yep.
And that's what I like about all these people is like I could see myself having a drink with Denzel and bullshitting. Or I could have a drink with Rami and bullshit. Like
Yeah.
they have those personas where you're like, so it makes me want to root for them more, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, I would watch it on Netflix, but I wouldn't pay for it.
so
And get a 7. The most I can give it is a 6.5 because, like I said, it wasn't bad, and the dialogue was good, and they delivered it well. Um, like I said, there was a couple of questions that I had. You know,
yeah. Ultimately, I thought it was pretty good as well. So we're in agreement.
but that's because like for you, it's very easy to get an 8. Like
Yeah, well, I'm a movie person. If I enjoy the movie, then I like it.
for you, it's like so easy to get an 8. Like I don't even know how anybody doesn't get an 8 with you. You're like, kept me entertained.
If it keeps me entertained, then yes, I'm in.
Like 8. Me, I'm like, nah, this is shit. This is shit. Nah, nah. So, and
I say hells to the yeah.
if you're gonna give people all these false hopes with these houses, they're gonna
I say hells to the yeah.
watch that.
Some you people will agree.
I can't agree with Jose.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 6.5. That's it.
Okay.
I ain't paying shit for this movie. Like I will watch it. I strongly recommend that if you're going to Netflix or wherever and you happen to see it and you happen to be bored,
Yeah.
it's not a bad watch. You can watch it and be relatively entertained. And but like I said, I wouldn't pay money for it.
Gotcha.
And I'll probably never proactively watch it again. So I can't get an 8. And I'm not gonna search it out
Gotcha.
and be like, because I happen to want to watch a movie. And it's definitely not a perfect movie to me. So, but then again, I don't think we'll ever find a 10.
Ah,
I don't know what a 10 would look like. A 10 would have to be just like, just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what perfection would be. So 9 is probably the highest anyone's ever going to get, or 9.5.
we'll see.
Until next week, you got to pick the movie this week.
Yes, sir.
Well, you have a good one.
You as well, my friend.
Hey, buddy.
We'll talk soon.